history. Um, I think that's the most purposeful. No, I'm serious. Like, I think that's the most purposeful thing to learn because, I mean, you need to learn about your history. You need to learn about, what has happened and how we got to the current stage that we are and how to progress and stuff like that. History really just, like, outlines the future for us. And it's better if you do know that.
To know my history facts, to be able to have a conversation with somebody and I can tell them certain facts that I know and they know.
Oh, you have to know where you came from to have a better future. I mean, although history repeats itself, if you know what happened in the past, you can help yourself
for the future.
No, stop. If you know what happened in the past, you can drastically change your decisions by, keep interrupting. Stop it. I lost my train of thought. I don't care anymore.
Like he was trying to say, if you know the past, you're able to make better decisions for the future.
Thank you.
Basically, that's what he was saying. And like history, it's kind of hard to, how do I say this? If you know your history, you know your background, and somebody else wants to disagree with you, you have an entire like encyclopedia of ways to like refute them, and they're just gonna be like, so they don't have nothing to say to that. I mean, you have your entire history to explain to them. They just have one syllable. Yeah. See. So if you know your history,
help you save the world.
History.
Why?
Because you need a comprehend of your past, from the past mistakes that life has made, to comprehend the mistakes that's going to happen in the future, because everybody makes mistakes. It's no perfect for somebody else.
History.
I love history.
Yeah, me too. History is very important because you need to know your background. You need to know what happened to America, what happened in Mexico, what happened in Britain. You need to know everything to be informed so that when you are asked questions, you know how to answer them. You know what you're talking about. You're not just like making things up. Especially if you want to be, work with the government and you know your history.
Personally, I love history, so it's like I fall back on what I learned in history and in any courses I've taken about history. It's just like everything connects to it. So we come up with hypotheses in science, and we fall back on those hypotheses to either to debunk them or to prove them right, or like how in history we had to learn about our past to move forward. So if like to not repeat certain events in our lifetime that were negative to what happened to our time period in our society, and to like better that or to like fix it or something. So it's always like history is malleable. That's all I think about it.
History.
I study history so that I can know about the world and know about the time before me and know about what other people went through so that I can get it.
So we can know the foundation of of our country, because for example, if you get in an accident and you know your history, like the amendments, not the amendments, your Miranda rights. When you get arrested, you can use that. So like if a police officer, for instance, forgets to say that, and you go to court and you get arrested, you're like, oh no, I don't have to go through this because he didn't remember my rights. So like if you know your history, you can use it when you go to court or something like that.
Or if you go to like a country that we fought in war, they could say, like a British person could say, I hate a Yankee person. You're like, oh, I understand why.
To teach you what went on before your time and how it impacted our time that we're living, and how we could be in history one day.
All right. How important is that?
I would have to say attention.
Yeah, history.
Hands down. I mean, like I said, I drained all my knowledge from what I've learned in history or what I've learned in any course. Like when it comes to like debating about something, like knowing my factual evidence, and then knowing that I need there's science behind some hypothesis and then the facts behind it, or because of somebody studying history, or studying the history of a plant, studying the history of the cell, or the studying of like the ecosystem and stuff like that.
Well, for me, I will save the world with my knowledge in history because I want to work in the government, and you need to know what happened in the past to be able to make the changes that we need now, and like to see what worked back then that might help us improve, us as a society. And then I will save the world with my knowledge in history. Yeah.